Hello and welcome into our second segment here on our Friday morning Corn-Fed Sports in the Morning show. As we promised, it's not just Gage and I talking again, so we're joined by Husker women's basketball player Jordan Hooper. We're here on kind of their alternate photo day, so it's just the players having a little fun, doing some glamour shots. So you were doing a cheerleader picture earlier, I saw, right? A toe touch that picture. So there's lots of fun going on here. But Jordan got to win a gold medal this summer as part of the Universidad, or the World University Games, as it's called on these parts. And so we're here to talk a little bit about that experience and moving into your senior year. I mean, has it really sunk in that your senior year is starting in a couple weeks here?
No, it's flown by. I mean, you come in thinking, oh, it's just going to be nice and whatever 4 years, but it's like just when I was a freshman.
And I was at those games. I was at those exhibition games, so that means I'm even older. So that's a little bit worrisome. All right, we'll jump right in. I mean, just the experience. I mean, what was it like from anxious of tryouts to knowing you're on the team to just getting to live up the whole games?
At the beginning it was really nerve-wracking for tryouts and everything. I didn't really know where I would fit in, all that kind of stuff. And then training camp, we went back in Colorado Springs or whatever, and that was really fun. We really gelled as a team. We got to know each other, got to know our coaches, all that good stuff. And then when we went to Russia or whatever, it was so much fun. It was a huge experience, and I think it helped me bring back different things, and in basketball mostly brought back more helpful things that I can use this year. So.
And before we get to the nitty-gritty of basketball, I'll ask, because I've actually been to Russia as well recently. I mean, how was it going over there thinking, it's going to be scary old Russia, and it's not. It's kind of happy. I mean, they love the bright color. I mean, they love all that kind of stuff. I mean, what was just that like, that change of impression from what you imagined Russia to be like?
Like you said, I imagined Russia to be so scary, like just weird people everywhere, just like terrifying. But no, it was so cool. The people were really, really nice. They were really welcoming. They were just really cool people, and it was a really cool experience to be around that.
Did you cop out and go to McDonald's at all, or did you avoid your McDonald's trip?
I went there one time for breakfast, and then one time for McNuggets, because I needed the McNuggets.
There you go, Chef's Nuggets. That's what you got, or Chef's Nuggets.
Chef's Nuggets.
That's where it's at. All right, cool. Well, then, just kind of talking a little bit about basketball, I think this would be the funny part to me, is that if you told yourself, 18-year-old Jordan Hooper, that not only are you going to be on Team USA, but you're going to go there and you're going to play defense, and you're going to make a big impact playing defense. I mean, even a freshman year Jordan Hooper, I mean, what was that like, just finding out that that's where you're going to make your impact and being able to make an impact on the defensive end?
It was different, to say the least, because I really haven't had to use my defense to play the game that I love or whatever. But yeah, definitely I had to go there and kind of take on a different role, I feel like, in coming off the bench and then playing defense. And so, but I think that's what I mean by help. It helped me discover more things I can do, not just score the ball. I have different facets and stuff. So it was a really good experience, like I said earlier, but I'm really grateful for it too.
Yeah, and then looking beyond just the meeting on the court and your production on the court, but a lot of times we see USA basketball, and Coach always talked about it, that the Nebraskas and some of the schools on the fringes maybe give way to some of the bigger schools. So I mean, what do you think it means for Nebraska? How proud does it make you to be able to say, hey, not only is Nebraska going to the Sweet 16 and done a couple of those things, but you're representing them on the national stage? I mean, do you think that's just the next step in the progression of the Nebraska women's basketball program?
I hope so. I really hope so. Representing not only my state, but my country over there. But yeah, definitely, it's so cool to be able to represent Nebraska and be from Nebraska, representing Nebraska, not being from somewhere else representing Nebraska. But yeah, it's so cool being from, especially from here. People really don't. They're like, oh, what the heck's Nebraska? What do you do? And it's like, now they don't have to ask that anymore. They can just kind of see what we've done so far in these 4 years or whatnot. So it's really cool.
It's only going to get a little bit better once Pinnacle Bank comes around and once that next step and they see some of the news. So that'll be exciting to see how it goes this next year.
Well, awesome.
We'll get into some more of the fun questions here. I mean, now they were just talking about the breakdown, or they could just say it's our senior, but it's our Hooper. I mean, it's just you now. I mean, does it feel more like a senior role, or does it feel more like a babysitter role now this early into the year?
This early, it still feels like a senior role. I mean, I don't really do all the babysitting. We kind of collectively keep track of the little freshies, but no, it's a collective effort for keeping track of everything and keeping everything going. It's not just me at all. So I definitely have a huge support group.
Yeah, and I mean, knowing what they're about to go through, and knowing what obviously what college has been like for you. I mean, is there anything you could have asked for, a better kind of mental test yourself with this summer basketball, with USA basketball? I mean, how much can you take from that to kind of show them that, hey, there are challenges that, you just kind of stick to it and stick to your guns like you learned yourself?
Yeah, I mean, with USA basketball, I've told them about it, it wasn't the same as it is here. Like, it's totally different when you're put in a different role and everything. And so I think then from you're like the freshman coming from high school into college, it's going to be a transition, and you just have to get used to whatever role you're put into and whatever you need to do. And coming from high school to college, I honestly, I don't wish I would have known anything I didn't know, because I've grown from the ways that I have learned, and I'm really happy with my growth. So.
From seeing the fact that you were kind of scared to walk in front of the press conference in your first ever game, to now the fact that you're doing some of the stuff out here at the photo shoot, I think we can see the the comfortability and the growth there. So, all right, cool. Well, that's all I got for you. I don't want to, we're probably going to be doing tons of stuff. I mean, as you can see, she's already got the jersey on, so she's ready for game day. So we'll wait for all of it for game day come, the fan nights in September, and then the games up in November. So it's only months away from basketball season, but Pinnacle Bank will be open up. Jordan Hooper is our senior. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for making Corn-Fed Sports in the Morning more than just us sitting around the studio talking.
No problem. Thank you.
That wraps up our Friday show. Thanks for tuning in. For Corn-Fed Sports, I'm Pat Radigan.